G'day legends, this is Ron from Optimize Effects. Welcome to the end of all the forward testing for the current robots that have been forward testing for the last 6 weeks now. And before I get stuck into it though, I'm just going to show you all what we've been experiencing here in Australia for the past week. And yeah, we've just had a tropical cyclone go straight over us, and we've experienced a heap of rain, heap of wind, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. We never usually get cyclones this far down, and this is kind of what it looks like right now. And just to show you where I am, I'm about here in Australia. So there you have it. It's just gone over us. This is a bit of an old animation, but it's just gone over here, and now we're experiencing a whole heap of rain. There's now local flooding. Some pretty insane flooding actually that's been happening, and if you're familiar with the Gold Coast, that has suffered immensely with flooding and erosion of the beaches and all of that kind of stuff as well. You can probably see it on the news as well. So yeah, this is a once every blue moon nature event basically, and yeah, we've just experienced it here. So I'm able to take a video right now. I thought I'd just put this in here for the record books kind of thing, because wow, it has been an experience. Everyone's okay. We've got trees down, we've got flooding here, but we're all good. So that's just what's been happening in my world, apart from trading for the tour back to work from home from tomorrow. Now, yeah, this is Ron from Optimize Effects. You're watching another video on the forward testing of all 10 EAs, and this is going to be a breakdown of all my results. If you're interested in seeing more things like this, please comment and like the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. That really helps out with the channel. So what I've got in front of me here is the Blessing EA version 3, and I had it on quite a few pairs here. Unfortunately, the accounts are all invalid, so I'm going to try and do my best to kind of round up how they've all gone. Blessing 3 was given some set files. Some of the files worked and some didn't, and there was a particular pair that got us into a lot of trouble very early on. But let's not talk about them, but we can talk about not gold, because it didn't take a trade on gold. Probably because I'm thinking maybe there was a spread value that wasn't set correctly, or it was the spread was set too low for this type of account, which is quite possible. So I'm going to explore this further in an upcoming test. Now, the pairs that we can talk about is Pound USD and Euro USD, because they're the ones that actually took the trades. Oh, it's over here now. And we can basically come to an agreement that I believe, if we're just talking about Euro USD and Pound USD, that this EA was profitable over the 6 weeks. And we ended up in profit with $113 on Euro USD and $92 on the Pound USD pair. Now, the reason why Euro JPY is negative 121, well, negative a lot of money, is that it was the pair that didn't trade very well at all. And yeah, we're just not going to use that moving forward. But this is the drawdown to profit ratio for Euro USD and Pound USD. The drawdown was obviously higher on Pound USD, but Euro USD was really good. But would I trade this live? Based on my feelings about the Euro JPY pair, I would probably do it, but just keep in mind that $113 and $92 over 6 weeks is not a very big return at all on $1,000 starting balance. That's a few dollars a day, if that. I guess it is better than what a bank will give you, but you've got to keep in mind there's VPS costs and all those things that are involved in your time that's involved in doing this and monitoring it as well, because some nights you might not sleep because you're worried that you're in a lot of drawdown. This didn't give us a lot of drawdown on the Euro and the GU pairs, but it did on the Euro JPY, and so definitely avoid using JPY pairs with this system. So I'm going to put it into another test and going to try some more pairs, but no yen pairs. So that's what I feel about Blessing moving forward. I think it is good, but we'd need to have a look at ways to make it more profitable, more worth your while if you're going to trade this live. And we have Gold Scalping Expert next. Obviously there's no orders open, the counts are all invalid, but we can have a chat about this. So this one was really up and down the whole time that I was trading it, and sometimes it got stuck, the EA got stuck and would just leave a whole heap of orders open. And then other times when I selected a different set file, it would then just lose trades. And that's why we see so much wishy-washy with this EA. It's really kind of hard to tell its performance because, you know, I had to close all the trades manually here at plus 541 because the EA just got stuck. It just didn't close any trades, it didn't do anything, and I'm not sure what happened there. So I closed all the trades in profit here. But before that, it was just not on a losing streak. It didn't do very well. And then after I closed all the trades and reset it up, it had a couple of winning days, but then we had NFP and there was a few other things that happened, but it was losing. So, but all in all, after all of it, we actually are down to $740. We did start this at $1,000, so we're negative in the outcome of this. I think it says $240. So did I start this at 500? And I did. Well, there you go. I thought I started this at 1,000. So we are actually in profit. We're in profit. So there you go. So we're in profit $240 after everything that happened with this EA over the 6 weeks. I think it does have potential if you can find a good set file, and I think that is the main thing with this EA is getting the right set file. I think it is worth another test. So there you have it. That's what I think. I think it's worth another test. Would I trade it live? Not yet. It did end up in profit, but it also almost blew the account if I wasn't looking at it, and it went into, you know, that huge, well, it was kind of lucky. It went into a huge profit, and then I closed all the trades, and now it's good. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in comments below of the Gold Scalping Expert. Would you trade it live? And do you think it's worth me testing again? Because I think the results I got were a bit of a washing machine, unfortunately. So I can't gauge as to if this was a worthwhile investing your time and money into to make your money outright. I'll leave it at that. And this one here was the Advanced Gold Trading EA, and I believe this one did blow the account once over the 6 weeks. So I started it with the $500, and I think it was literally in maybe the second or the third week that this EA blew the account up with gold, and it is unfortunate that happened, but this is why we test these things. And we can see here, I'm just trying to find if I can find the other deposit, which is here. Okay, there we go. So I did start it with a $500 deposit, and then I topped it up after it blew the account with 1,000. That was about halfway through. So all in all, it did make some money in the end, but I think looking further into this, I think it's probably not worth trading live, to be honest. It does have a nice recovery system here, and I am trading it on default settings. It does have a recovery system. This advanced news filter thing here, I don't think it does anything at all. I didn't see it stop trading if there was news, but if we have a look, I traded on the M15 time frame, by the way. If we look at the H1, maybe H4 might be, oh, it's not going to like that. Here we go, H1. We can drag it across. So we can kind of see here that where the EA blew up was here. If I can stop this from happening, there we go. So the EA blew up here. I decided to let it trade with what it had left, which was this section here after I restart it, because I realized that this, once it cuts kind of everything off, you have to actually attach it back to the chart again to get it to trade again. And I let it trade again like $130 or whatever it had left. and it didn't do so well with that. So I'm like, stuff it. Well, let's try and give it another $1,000, and we'll let it trade again. And it did so from about the 11th of Feb, and it traded the whole of the rest of the month, no worries at all. Even traded this down really well. It did get caught out here a bit where it had a reduction loss, and that's what drawdown reduction is with this. And then it ended up about here, but all over that whole time, from here to here, it only made $159. So I don't think it's really worth it. And it even had this loss here at the end of negative 213 on NFP. If you probably would turn it off for NFP, but I let them run to see what kind of happens. But there you go. Yeah, it did. It did make some money. Did have that loss. So if we add that loss to what it had now, that's 200 or 300 actually. 360 something, $370 or something like that it did make from the 11th till now, or till last week, which was 2 or 3 days ago. So yeah, it can make money, but it can get really stuck as well. So with this EA, if you are going to trade it, maybe trade it on you're either need the bigger account, or not trade it on the crazy days. So pick your days. It does have time management parameters, which is really good. Guard mode parameters, all of that kind of stuff. I didn't change any of this, by the way, so maybe there are some better settings for this EA. We did use a fixed lot size style. We didn't do auto lot by balance because the balance is just too small for gold. Gold, you'd want to usually trade with more than $1,000, even with 500. That was I was kind of expecting it to blow up, and it did. So I just wanted to prove a point there that trading gold is extremely risky. It can be good profit sometimes, but generally, if you're trading anything with less than $1,000, it's most certainly your money's going to get drained at some point with gold. Stargogs as well, unfortunately, not something that I can recommend. Some people do have success with this EA. Myself, I didn't have any success with this EA trading it. We had a started with $500, and it blew it up, and we put another 500 in just to see how it would go for the rest of the time. And here we go, this big lot of profit when we got it going again. But we can see here that the max drawdown was way bigger than what it made, and it was on gold, of course. But if you traded on Euro USD, your max drawdown was $284 only. So it's probably worth trading it on Euro USD. If you have a $500 account, over the 6 weeks, well, the only reason why Euro USD, I guess, blew up is because gold blew it up. But I think if it kept going, that is how much it made over the course of the 6 weeks. So it made $311, 284 max drawdown. So its drawdown versus profit ratio is actually in the green. How good is that? Actually in the green. So Stargogs, probably avoid gold. I even have it on the H1 time frame, the hourly time frame. Euro USD was M5, and it did well. So Stargogs, definitely probably avoid gold. But Euro USD and maybe Pound USD, maybe a few other pairs you can try with Stargogs. It did trade quite well. And so I'd probably look to trade a live account with Stargogs. Even with Euro USD doing its thing that it did, probably can't. So Euro USD went absolutely bonkers on the last week. Went actually to the moon. So I'm just wondering if it actually got caught in that or not. It might. The account's not connected, so it might not have got caught in that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually where it got caught in a lot of drawdown. I'd say this is probably one of them right here. And I can't really go back. I can't go back too far. Unfortunately, I don't have the accounts connected, so I can't show you all where the max drawdown actually occurred. It was probably, it may have been there. It may have been a few other places, but I think Stargogs I'm going to definitely test again, but get rid of gold, and we'll see how that goes. But that's looking promising. To make $315 in the 6 weeks is pretty good for one pair on the smallest lot size, and we're going to have a look at this actually. What was the biggest lot size? And it was Euro USD that had the biggest lot size. There at 0.11 lots. The biggest gold was 0.09, and I'd say probably what happened was that gold went absolutely mad, and Euro USD probably went mad at the same time. He ran out of margin, and it probably margin called the account back when I put the other deposit in, which was on the 12th. So the 12th of Feb was where I ended up putting in the other $500 in. So what I'm going to do is give Stargogs another go, but I had quite a lot more Forex pairs, and we're going to see what happens on $1,000 with maybe 6 Forex pairs. I'm not sure, that might be too many, but we're going to give it a crack and see what happens. I'm also going to back test it and see what happens there as well. So let me know what you think about Stargogs in the comments below. Pretty good if you avoid gold. Rightio. Quantum Ticks was one that I just wanted to show everyone that it is quite a mad EA. It is quite mad, but it can make okay money on a cent account, and that was kind of the goal of this, was to show everyone that it can do that, and it did that, no worries at all. But it made 4,000 USD, let's say, if this was USD and not a cent account. So it made 4,000 or 3,000 actually. Sorry, this one says 3, and this one is almost at 4. So I'm not sure which one is correct, but max drawdown though was too crazy. Was a little bit too much at 7677. So its drawdown to versus profit ratio is really bad, and I thought it would have gone a little bit better than this. So that's my bad. But if you have a big account, I think Quantum Ticks, this kind of setup would be okay. M15 time frame, M5, M1 if you want extremely crazy, but yeah, gold did all right, and we'll see what happens again. I don't know, for some reason it's only got stuff from here onwards, but there you go. Rightio. Apex EA, what a great start, but a terrible finish. That's all I can say about this EA. It started off extremely well. I'm a bit disappointed actually, and it did claw itself back at the very end to make a whole $5.90. Yeah, it made $10 each, went into a bit of drawdown. It didn't trade very often at all. Obviously it's at H1 time frame EA, so there will be not many trades, and we can see here the Euro USD that I was talking about there with Stargogs. It just went absolutely bonkers, and yeah, it started off well. It started off extremely well, and now it's kind of been a waste of time. Max drawdown was negative $40, and it ended up with $5.90 at the end of all of this, which is absolutely horrible. And I'm kind of glad that we did do this. 6 weeks, the whole time it traded, went up, it went down, but after 6 weeks, it didn't blow the account, but you didn't make any money either. It's kind of a waste of time, waste of resources, and yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't really work out for this EA. Let me know if you've had an experience with Apex EA. If you do, let me know. But yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't really work out for us. Another one. Here we go. $380 left. Now, this was the best EA out of all of them for the whole of the 6 weeks until last week. And what happened? Well, Euro USD and GU is what happened. This is what happened. And not many EAs can handle really big moves like this unless they're like single or two order EAs that have a stop loss and they're in and out of the market quickly kind of thing. You can't trade this. You can if you've got a really big account, but even starting at 0.01 and going up and going up and going up, you would be in like probably tens of thousands of dollars in drawdown just starting from 0.01 with a really small multiplier. It's just not sustainable. So what happened? Well, we pretty much blew the account. It did start off extremely well, and if you've all watched the videos of this series, basically this was the one that made profit every single week. Like, it made really good profit every week. It was great. I was like, holy crap, we've found an EA that is consistently making good money every week. It didn't have a whole heap of drawdown, and yeah, it was just, it seemed like at the time it was like the holy grail, and I'm like, holy crap, this is awesome, this is great, until pound USD and GU did this, until they did this, and then it's just like, holy crap, well, when they did this, the account blew up on the 5th. Right, so yes, I did have it on the fixed lots. Had it on fixed lots. It went extremely well. At the start it kind of wasn't, but then we went to fixed lots and it pretty much doubles it every time. But it usually got out of it really, really well, like with a $10 profit. So we had $10 profit, and very rarely it got into big lots, like it didn't at all. And we have a look here. The reason why it blew up is because both Euro USD and GU were both in the same amount of drawdown, and the market just kept moving up. That's why. So before this happened, it was actually trading extremely well. The most drawdown we had was around about, if I remember, a negative $360 on a 0.01 lot size on Euro USD, and that was the one that had the biggest one. And I had a look here, there's grid level to start, max trades. There is a max trade here. There is multipliers for the trade levels, smart distance, trade distance, grid distance, stop loss. We didn't do anything with this, and we let the take profit be 10. Max floating drawdown in money, we disabled that. Well, we didn't really touch anything here. Well, I actually had it set on 25% in the end, but I believe it's not set. So for investing EA, unfortunately, it did go well, but you definitely need to have an equity protection kind of EA or set that up for this. The market just didn't really treat it very well at the very end there. So we had 5 weeks of great profits with this EA, almost doubled the account, and then everything just went to absolute shit, and it blew it up, which is kind of what I wasn't really expecting, but I'm glad that I saw it. But it just sucks. It just really sucks. There's no holy grail yet. I haven't found one. No golden goose. Casino was one that I swapped out with a different EA, and Casino's traded well. It started with 1,000. So I started this at the same time as every other EA, Casino, and its max drawdown was a negative $1,000 on that occurred on the 3rd of March. But so far it has made $736 all up. So its drawdown to profit ratio is negative there because of that 1,013 on the 3rd of March. I don't know if I can go back there because it's M1. Here. Yeah, there we go. Wow, right. Okay, So this is what happened on the 28th of Feb. So the 28th of Feb, we were in sells. The market gapped open. It come back a little bit, but not enough to close any of these orders. And then it kept going up and up and up and up and up. And then it closed here. And this lot size was 0.01. So it didn't. It's a good thing about Casino is it doesn't multiply the orders. I think if it did, it would have blown up for sure. But it was able to somehow come back in a profit here. But if they're all 0.01, that's interesting. I don't think it would have come back enough to make a profit, but I guess it did. 24th. It's still, that was where it closed at $66. So it might have been, actually, yes, it buys and sells at the same time. So Casino does buy and sell at the same time. Generally, most of the time, gold is going and ranging and doing pretty cool stuff. And the max drawdown you'll see is around about $200 on the daily kind of time frame. And that event only happened once where it got stuck. And that was at the end of the month and opening of the new month. So, don't trade the start and the end of months. I don't have any trades open. And then even the first day or second day of the month, I wouldn't trade it if it was going to be a live account. But wow, look at that. Casino not only didn't blow its account, it actually made money, but the amount of drawdown that it sustained was really scary, I believe. Kind of scary. So the average per day was probably around about $30. This was that big day. About $30 a day on the 0.01 lots, with the chance that it might blow up on you once in a blue moon, maybe once a month. It's very close. I think it's probably worth trading live. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments below. Casino lives up to its name, I guess. Rightio. And Europips Pro did reasonably well for the whole time. Yes, I started this on $500. Let's have a look. $500. Europips Pro. Then the max drawdown it sustained was $500. At the end of the whole test, it made $402 over the 6 weeks with a max drawdown of $500. And the max drawdown pair was AUD USD. It's just on a mission. But the profit that each pair has made over the drawdown it's all red. It's not good at all. But it didn't blow up any accounts. So how can we make this better? Well, if you have a look here, we can see that there's a sell here and a sell here, and it could have probably closed more in profit. That's probably why. So I'd say the averaging, well, it's closed this in a loss by the looks. The averaging algo in this maybe not letting it make as much as what it could be. But I think it's definitely worth another test moving forward. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below for Europips Pro. I didn't recommend this in the channel, and I think I dropped it in the Telegram channel quite a few months ago. Let me know if you're using it live. But I think it's definitely one to have in the portfolio. On an account that's running there in an account just by itself, kind of thing. With you can probably start it with $500. I did. And it went extremely well, but I think this profit could be increased for sure. And I think by doing that, you just need to look at some backtests and play around with the settings and see what you can come up with. There might be some settings out there that I'm not sure about, that I haven't seen. But I think Europips Pro is definitely one to definitely have a look at and add it to your portfolio. Let me know what you think. And last but not least, we have, it was either Goldbuster or this, I think it was probably Goldbuster that blew it up first, then Blessing Light, which didn't do anything, and then I've changed it to this semi-HFT robot. And the semi-HFT robot is only a demo and it only lasts for 3 weeks, but we've let it trade for a couple of weeks. And what's it trading on? Gold and Euro USD. And it's really hard for me to tell you what it's done on gold, because when did I start this actually? Blessing Light was trading with it for a bit, which it did trade but not very often, and we're going to have a look here at the time, which is the 17th. I might not be able to do this, I might stuff it up. Rightio, so I'm not able to change the history because there's no account for it to grab data from. Okay, well, that pretty much rounds up this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about all of the robots that I have forward tested for you all. For the past 6 weeks, I think we've found some good ones out of all of them, and we've found some good and bad things to talk about with how they've all gone, basically. And that's that rounds up this whole series. So if you're still watching right now, thank you very much. And let me know what you think we can have a look at for the next video series. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.